Happy New Year everyone and welcome back to my channel. I honestly feel like I blinked and 2016 was like over, just like that. But we are in the new year and I asked on my Twitter whether or not you guys wanted to see kind of like a best of makeup 2016 video, because I personally like watching these and I wasn't too sure whether you guys would like watching them. On my Twitter I ran a poll and majority of you guys wanted to see it. So here I am today and I have a whole bunch of makeup products to show you guys, and I'm gonna get straight into the video, and the order that I'm gonna go in is kind of like the order that I would do my makeup. So first thing is first, it is a lip balm. I have been obsessed over this Tatcha lip balm. This is the Gold Camellia Nourishing lip balm and it is so beautiful. It's very luxurious, it's very hydrating without it being too glossy, without it being too matte, but it really moisturizes your lips. I use this sparingly because A, it is expensive and it's hard to get a hold of here in the UK, but it's like jelly. It's like completely almost see-through and it is just beautiful. The texture of it, the longevity of it. I always wear this under a liquid lipstick. I will leave a link to all of the products that I mentioned in the info box below for you guys, so make sure you check that out with full like details of where you can get them and how much they are, etc, etc. Next up we have moisturizer, and I have two moisturizers right here. This one here is the Bobbi Brown face base, which I use in almost every video, and this is the Giorgio Armani Prima Glow On Moisturizing Balm. I feel like not enough people talk about this. This is insane. It is very thick and like balmy. It's not like a moisturizer like this one. This one's quite light but still heavy at the same time, whereas this is very much like a balm, and I love this. This has taken over my love for the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, and it's like half the price and it smells incredible as well. It smells almost like sweets and it's like a pinky kind of look to it, but I absolutely love it. I think it's like £45, but this one's about 38, so they're around about the same kind of price point and they are quite high end, but I have genuinely been loving using both of these throughout the whole of last year. Ugh, just getting comfortable. So primer wise, I wasn't wowed by any primer. I mean, obviously I use like the Hangover RX by Too Faced, I use the Makeup Forever one, I use the Benefit one, but there wasn't really anything that I was like completely blown away by. So I would love to know whether you guys had a like favorite ride or die kind of primer that you guys were loving last year, because I would love to check it out. Moving on to color corrector, if I can find where I've put it. So my favorite color corrector from last year is this YSL Touche Éclat color corrector. This is the peach one. It might be apricot, but this is beautiful. It's a very lightweight. It's kind of like an almost barely there product, which is what you want for a color corrector, because you don't want something that is too heavy and thick, because then you're going to be layering products and products on top of it and you don't want to look cakey, whereas this is very thin and it does a really good job at color correcting any kind of areas you have on your face that you want to sort out. They have this in green, they have this in yellow, they have this in purple, but my favorite one is the peach one. This is insanely good. I really love this. There were two foundations that I was obsessed over last year. You guys probably know what these two are because I have used this combination almost every other time I've done a makeup tutorial since discovering it. I am wearing it on my face today. It is the Urban Decay All Nighter. This is in the shade 6.0. Yeah, 6.0. And then this is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, which is in the shade 6 as well. And these two together, I kid you not, you guys, it makes my skin look like skin. It doesn't look cakey, but it gives me coverage like where I need it, if you know what I mean. This is the coverage bad boy for me, and this one is the one that makes my skin look like skin. And a mixture of these two together is like a match made in heaven. Like if someone came out with a formula with these two together, I would friggin' love it and I would buy tubs and tubs and tubs of it. But for now, I am just mixing these two together and I'm doing the job. A little bit goes a long way because this is very full coverage, but love these two. The concealer that I was loving and that I've actually finished and I don't actually have in front of me is the Maybelline Anti-Age Eye Rewind Concealer. This has become kind of like my ride or die. Like I will try other concealers, but this is the one that I keep going back to and I keep going and buying more, especially when there's a 3 for 2 in Boots. I will always pick up like 3 of them. I have completely run out and usually I always have a backup one But yeah, I just used it up. So I definitely need to go and get some more of that. But that has to be my favourite concealer of last year, and it'll probably be my favourite concealer of this year unless something takes over that. Setting powders and like face powder wise, I've got 3. I know it's quite excessive. I should have just picked one, but I genuinely couldn't do it. First one, you guys probably know this, is the Kick Ass Soap and Glory powder. This is a yellow toned powder. So whenever I am setting my under eyes and I want them to look a little bit brighter, I will use this. I have clearly hit pan. This I think is like my 4th or 5th one of these, and I absolutely love it. One thing I do have to say is you've got to use this sparingly because it is quite full coverage. So you don't want to go in with a really heavy hand. You want to go in quite light and just set the areas that you want to set. And this looks so bomb in photography. It like blurs your skin out and makes it look like you've kind of like airbrushed it or face tuned it, when in actual fact it's just a powder. It actually says that it's got some like super blur technology in it as well. So I definitely think that it does do that, and in pictures my kind of base looks really good in the areas where I apply this, and it does give it that kind of blurred effect. But I love the yellow tone to this. For a loose setting powder, I have been reaching for the Kat Von D Translucent Locket setting powder, I think that's what it's called. This here I got towards the end of last year, and whenever I want to use a setting powder which is like a loose one, I will definitely go for this. This is so lightweight without it feeling too white. I find that the RCMA No Color powder is too like white, if you know what I mean, whereas this one's got a little bit of like kind of beiginess to it, and I feel like it works really well with my skin. I definitely feel like this would last me a heck of a long time because it's a huge tub and it's not that expensive, I don't think. It's definitely cheaper than the Laura Mercier setting powder. So if you guys are after a new setting powder, I would definitely check this out because it is really, really good, super finely milled. It doesn't feel heavy on your skin, and I am all about that kind of cake-free, light feeling face life, if you know what I mean. As a face powder, I was torn between 2, but I went with this one because I just love the like luxurious feel of it, and this is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk like compact powder, and this is again so beautiful on the skin. It feels really, really light. It sets all of the areas of your face without it again looking really cakey or heavy, but it is a very, very luxurious, and you can kind of tell when you put it on your skin, you're like, you just feel a little bit really like really special, if you know what I mean. I know a lot of these products are high end, but I was really, really loving high end kind of makeup brands last year. But yeah, really, really love this. For cream contour, I fell in love with this Becca product here. This is the Low Light Sculpting Perfector. Again, I've hit pan on quite a lot of these, but this is so beautiful at adding shadow to the face without it looking muddy. I have it on my cheeks and my face at the moment. It's really, really kind of like light on the skin, and it doesn't feel heavy, and it blends into your skin and melts into your skin like no other kind of cream contour that I've tried. And again, this has been featured in so many videos of mine. You guys are probably sick of me talking about it, but this definitely won my heart last year. Contour powder wise and bronzer wise, there are 2 products that I was obsessed over, and it is the Hoola by Benefit and the Urban Decay Beach Bronzer. This one is a little bit more on the kind of like warmer side, whereas the Benefit Hoola is on the slightly cooler side. So I like going over the areas just where I want to kind of add a little bit more shadow to my skin using the Hoola, and to just generally warm up the skin, I love using this. When I was picking out a blush, I was like, what blush have I been kind of like reaching for? The one that really kind of sticks out in my mind, and it is this NYX Sweet Cheeks palette right here. I feel like this palette I could have with me all year round because there's a color in here to suit, like you've got the brighter colors here for like spring, summer, you've got the more kind of like deeper colors for autumn, winter, and I feel like the price point of this, just everything about this, the quality of it, the pigmentation of it, it is so intense, you guys. You need the tiniest amount on your cheeks. I've got some on today as well, and I just really, really, really love this. I love NYX. I love the fact that NYX is so much more accessible here in the UK because it's practically in every Boots store now, and there's like a huge like wall of it or like a huge counter of it, and you can get pretty much a whole range, which I'm so thankful for because NYX do a whole bunch of really good affordable products with that quality. Moving on to highlighter, I have kind of a formula of highlighter that I want to talk about, and it is because these highlighters have genuinely like blown me away, and they are the Ofra highlighters, which are these right here. This one is called Beverly Hills. You've got Rodeo Drive, which is more of like a goldy highlight, and then you have Blissful, which is more of like a peach highlight. Guys, when I tell you that this is like a creamy highlight, especially when you apply it with a beauty blender, it like meshes into your skin like you are glowing from within, and it doesn't leave your skin looking like powdery or anything like that. It just gives you such a nice sheen. I've actually got Blissful on my cheeks at the moment. Whenever I want to look really kind of like glowy and popping, like I always reach for these. But there is also one other brand and product that I want to mention, and it is this MUA Luxe Glow Beam highlight. You guys, for £5, this highlight is incredible. It's a gold kind of powdery highlight. I'm not too keen on the packaging of it because you kind of like twist it out like this and then the product comes out like in a powder form. It is intense, you guys. You don't need a lot of this, but it is insanely beautiful on the skin. It's gold, so it's going to go with practically every skin tone, and it's only £5. You guys can thank me later because this is probably one of the best £5 that I spent last year. It is just, if you want to be a glowing goddess on a budget, then this is definitely what you need in your life. Moving on to eyes, I have an eyeshadow primer, which if you guys have been watching my videos, it's not going to be news. This is the Benefit Air Patrol. I love this for my primer. I find that it kind of cancels out any kind of like discoloration I've got on my eyelid. When I started putting eyeshadow on top of this, I realized the staying power of my eyeshadow was just crazy. Like it would stay put all day long until I wiped it off and took my makeup off at the end of the day. I hate the packaging of it because it just gets so messy, but the product itself is beautiful. I wish it came in like a squeezy tube or like one of those like dough for applicator tubes, because this packaging kind of issue, I mean, it's a little bit annoying, but the product is so good that I kind of like look past that. But absolutely love this as my eyeshadow primer. For brows, for filling in my brows, I have been reaching for non-stop my Soap & Glory Archery. This is like a dupe for the ABH brow pencils. What are they called? I forgot what they're called, but they're the ones that everyone uses. But this is like only a tenner, I think, or like £9. And I feel like it's actually better than the ABH one. You can really kind of fake like an eyebrow shape, because I'm not very gifted in the eyebrow area. So I have to really go to town and fill my brows in. But I have been loving this. I think I feel like I've gone through about 6 or 7 of these, and I keep going back to them. I keep going and waiting for them to be on 3 for 2 in Boots, and I will just pick loads of these up because I use these all the time. I am obsessed. And then to set my brows in place, this is the Ready Set Ready Set Brow from Benefit. And when I first tried this, I was like, I genuinely feel like it's doing nothing to my brows, because the product itself is so lightweight. It kind of just feels like you're brushing nothing into your eyebrow hairs. But then when you kind of let that product set into your brows, literally like you can pull at your hairs and they'll go back to the kind of shape and where you put them. So it is a brow product that's going to set your brows in place and they are not going to budge. And I generally have eyebrow hairs that want to kind of just do their own thing, whereas this is the only kind of thing that seems to be taming it at the moment. And I'm definitely taking this into 2017 with me because nothing has beaten this so far. So yeah, those are my 2 eyebrow products. I think I'm going to move on to eyeliners next. So when it comes to like eyeliner, pencils or gel liners, there wasn't really anything that like wowed me, but there was one liquid eyeliner that I was like, and it is this Artist of Makeup Extreme Art Liner pen, and it looks like this. If I open it up, you will see that there's like an ink cartridge. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, but when I was younger, we used to have to write with a fountain pen, which you'd have ink inside the pen and then it would flow out like really beautifully when you're writing. And this is basically the same thing, but for your eyeliner. So as soon as you kind of like start drawing your eyeliner on, you get like this even amount of product on your eyelid, and also this lasts for ages. It's not like completely matte like my Maybelline ink matte ink eyeliner that I love using. So if you do want to give it that extra kind of matte look, you will have to pack a little bit of eyeshadow on top. Like whenever I want to do a really like fierce wing or something where I know I'm just not going to mess up, I will always reach for this, and I'm so glad that it comes with like an ink cartridge pen. So it just means that you just buy a new like ink cartridge to replace what's inside. I've used this quite a lot, and after opening up the actual pen, like there is so much ink left in here. Like I genuinely think this is going to last me such a long time, but I was so impressed by Artist of Makeup. But the mascara that I was obsessed about last year, and still am, is the L'Oreal False Lash Sculpt Mascara. This, I just feel like, does crazy, wonderful, amazing, beautiful things to my lashes. I love mixing this in with other mascaras as well, because it just gives me that extra kind of like thickness almost at the base, and it kind of lifts all my lashes up. And every single time I wear this, I always get comments from people saying, oh, what false lashes are you wearing? And I'm like, it's just this mascara. You need to go and get it. Like, it is so, so, so good. Guys, there's actually not much stuff left, so we've not got too long to go. But the next thing that I want to talk to you about is eyeshadows. If you guys know me, or if you've known me for a while, or if you know me personally, you'll know that I've been obsessed with Urban Decay since I was like in my teens. I have been obsessed with like collecting all of their palettes and their eyeshadows. They came out with 2 palettes this year, not this year, last year, which just blew me away. First one being the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette. This is a completely matte palette and you have such amazing shades in here. I actually did a video where I did 3 looks with these eyeshadows on my eyes, and they were 3 looks that I just love wearing with this palette, and I actually feel like I'm going to do more videos like that using one palette. The pigmentation, the longevity, the like creaminess of them, they blend so well, they last so well. You guys all know the drill with Urban Decay eyeshadows, they are top notch. But there was also the Moon Dust palette, which is this one right here. I've got it on the center of my eyes at the moment, but I absolutely love the like uniqueness of this, because it's not a glitter and it's not a pigment and it's not a chrome shade. It's like everything mixed into one, and I think this is so beautiful. I know they have another similar palette coming out. It's called something else, but it's like a similar kind of like Moon Dust type of palette, and I can't wait to get my hands on that. I'm actually really excited about what the new year has in store for Urban Decay, because I know they're coming out with like new base products like primers and things like that, and I am so excited to try them. I'm waiting to get my hands on them here in the UK because they haven't launched here yet. But the last palette that I also wanted to give some love to is the CHATTY Pretty Fun and Fearless palette, which is the collab that Chloe Morello did with CHATTY. And this eyeshadow palette, I feel like, has all the colours in here that I would wear on a day or nighttime basis. Such a good travel friendly palette. It's light, you've got a mirror on one side, and yeah, it's compact and it's just really good quality eyeshadows. Super pigmented, blendable, buttery, like they are beautiful. Very, very, very similar actually to the Urban Decay eyeshadows. So very, very excited again to what CHATTY has in store for this year, because if they do any more palettes like this, I'm definitely going to be grabbing them because I loved the formula of them. So last eye product are lashes, and they are a brand of lashes, and they are the Lilly lashes. Oh, you guys, the things that these do to my eyelashes is just crazy. Every single time I've worn a pair of these, people have come up to me like, oh my god, like I can see your eyelashes from like a mile away. They're so beautiful. What are they? And they are 9 times out of 10 these All Backstage lashes. That's another brand which does amazing, really lightweight lashes. Whereas these are a bit more kind of like in your face, glamorous, pizzazz kind of lashes. And I've been loving wearing lashes this year. I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like I've become slightly addicted to lashes. I just feel like I can't be without them, which is not very good for my natural lashes. But yeah, absolutely love the Lilly lashes. And now we're gonna move on to lips. First thing is lip liners, and guys, I was really blown away by the Kylie lip line in general. There is a lot of Kylie loving going on in the lips department, but I loved her lip liners. I think that they're really, really creamy. They're not drying and they don't tug on your lips, which is what I love. Love the formula, just love like the packaging, love like the longevity of these as well. I personally think that she really, really, really needs to get like a UK or even just a Europe kind of shipping department or shipping house, because the customs on these are ridiculous. Like, I've spent so much money on customs last year, but I really do hope she sorts out like a Europe base, so that way we kind of save on that customs charge. Liquid lipstick wise, I have 2 formulas which I loved, and they are again the Kylie liquid lipsticks. I think these are fabulous. Her shade range is so beautiful. Definitely colours that I've been reaching for, especially when I want just like a good nude. I will usually go for Candy K or Dolce K, or like mix the 2 together. I absolutely am obsessed with her matte liquid lipsticks. But another brand which I feel like the formula is better than the Kylie formula is actually Ofra. Ofra liquid lipsticks are probably one of the best liquid lipstick formulas that I have ever tried. Again, I really hope that these are a bit more available here in the UK, because you do have to order them from the Ofra website directly. I really hope somewhere like Beauty Bay or something like that stocks Ofra, because it is such an amazing brand. Like, their highlighters and their liquid lipsticks are just insane. Like, they are so good. And again, with Ofra you have a crazy selection of lip shades, and Again, love that about them. Although I do love like Kylie's range, like every single colour that Kylie has brought out, like I would genuinely wear. I do think that the formula of the Ofra liquid lipsticks beats Kylie's. They're just so much more comfortable to wear. They don't look really drying on the lips, and yeah, they are just probably one of the most underrated liquid lipstick brands that I've ever tried. Lipstick wise, I had to give a massive shout out to the Urban Decay lipsticks. They launched, I believe it was 100 or 120 shades of lipsticks earlier last year, and I've just got to say, they've literally got every kind of finish you can think of and every kind of shade that you can think of, and the packaging is just awesome. The price point is awesome. I think if you took everything away, so the packaging, the price, everything like that, and just concentrated on the lipstick itself, it is something that you can't really fault. I am super impressed with the whole Urban Decay lipstick range. I really want to do like a makeup look using like a green lipstick, because they have a green in their range and also a blue. So let me know if you guys want to see that, because I would love to do something like that. Last but not least, we have lip glosses. I personally am not a lip gloss kind of girl. I love my matte liquid lipsticks, but the only lip gloss that I have worn like on camera and you guys have said, oh my god, I love that on you, are again the Kylie glosses. But they are just really comfortable. Again, they're not sticky. Your hair doesn't really like stick to them, and you don't feel like really awkward when you wear them. Those were the lipsticks, and now finally we have setting sprays. Again, if you guys have watched any of my videos this year, you will know what two they are. This is the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. I have no words for this. This is definitely become my ride or die kind of like dewy skin mist. I love putting this on to the high points of my cheeks where I've highlighted, and sometimes if I feel like my base is looking a little bit dry or is looking slightly too heavy or cakey, I will spritz a few spritz of this on my skin. I will push it all in with my beauty blender, and you will be surprised, like the dryness, the cakiness just disappears like that. And I think this is my 3rd or 4th bottle. It's very expensive, I know, and the addiction is just real, you guys. Like I can't stop using it. And the final setting spray, again, is no surprise. It is the All Nighter setting spray by Urban Decay. This is probably going to be in every single beauty makeup favorites video roundup of the year from here on now. I feel like this just is so beautiful at setting your makeup and also making your makeup last. And that, you guys, I think is the end of my makeup favorites from 2016. I don't know if this is going to be a long video. I'm really sorry if it is, but I hope you guys enjoyed sticking along and watching and hearing all about my favorite makeup products from last year. I am so excited to what the makeup world has to offer this year. I feel like last year was such a good year for products that were launched, and also like discovering old products for me anyways. I just loved kind of like diving into like new and old makeup and finding just gems that I wouldn't have found normally. So yeah, I would like to say a massive thank you for everyone and anyone who joined me for my live Get Ready With Me that I did over New Year's Eve. I know it was really long. I blabber for so much, and I was doing a Q&A in between, and it was really long and I was really late. But yeah, I don't think it will be that long ever again, but I absolutely loved filming live, that I might make it a regular thing on my channel. I'm gonna try and see if I have like an event to go to once a month, then I might do like a live stream. So let me know your thoughts down below. Please do share any of your favorite products that you were loving last year. And yeah, I can't wait to reply to your comments and read what products you've been loving. And I would love to know the highlight of your year last year, because last year was an amazing year for me. Half of the stuff I wouldn't have been able to do without you guys, but just personally, just things that were happening in my life, it was such a good year, and I can't wait to see what the future has to hold, not only for me but for like all of us, because we are like a big family here. And yeah, I'm just sending you guys loads and loads of positive vibes and loads of like virtual hugs. And yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you for all your support last year, and let's just make 2017 a really good one and a really positive one. I think that's all for now, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. The button is down there, and I will see you all in my next video.